to adjust. But now he's making waves, and that's one of the reasons why he's a gold Protoss here and one of the 4 players that KT has relied upon.
Yeah, here he is. So far he is 5-2, a very strong record in all of Pro League, and 1-0 versus Protoss. There is a reason he is probably the 4th best player on KT Rollster and why he's always brought out here when they need the strongest lineup. It's because he's very strong.
It's because he's strong, man.
And I don't mean he lifts a lot of weights.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But you know, he's very solid when it comes to StarCraft. Now here is Billowy, 1-2 this season, and his Pro League total results are actually 1-2 as well. Don't be confused by that stat. He's never dropped a single map against Protoss in his Pro League career. Very cheesy normally, very all-in-y. We'll see how he does here on King Sejong Station, a map that isn't played outside of Pro League, so he might have something very special planned here that Stats, who's also prepared for Codes, might not be ready for. This could be the last map of the night if Stats is able to take it. Can Billowy pull up an upset here and bring us to the ace match? Let's find out right now at the SPL.
Down here in the bottom right, the red Protoss for KT Rollster. This is Stats.
There's a little smile there, despite looking stressed out in the initial shot. His opponent to the top left, formerly known as Lure, the former OGS player. Now for MVP, it's Billowy. Oh, anything could happen on this map. Obviously, we don't have any proxies. As we did see actually happen on this map against State just last week. Classic making a lot of people an anti-Classic fan.
Yeah, Classic. It's been said that sometimes when the foreign players come out here, they like to be tested by these Korean players just to see if they're up to snuff. Just do a little bit of a cheesy build just to see if they can handle it. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see State play again today, but maybe in the future.
Looks like Billy wants to do a gas steal here. He sends his probe down early after he makes his initial pylon. And no other reason I could think of would he do this. Let's see if he can actually get both. I think he should certainly get one. I don't think he's going to be able to get two, though. Oh, he's just going to cannon rush. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Oh my god.
Here it is. This is a full-on cannon rush. He's going to start a pylon on the bottom.
And look at this map. Seems to be pretty good for it, Brendan. We've never seen this before. This is who Lure is. This is who Billy is. This is how he won Code A games back in like 2011, a long, long time ago. And it's not scouted, obviously. It's still going to take a long way for him to push his way up into the main base with this, and he doesn't have any additional probes coming down, so this is the only probe he's got right now.
Yeah, this is a map that it takes a long time to walk across the map with your one probe, and he's finally over here. He's got it started. Stats still has no idea.
Yep, no Zealot. Probe gets scouted, but, you know, regardless, he's going to be able to start a pylon here on the high ground. And he's going to be able to protect that with his cannon on the low ground. Makes three pylons here. This is an economic cannon rush because he has a lot of probes back at home, so he can afford doing things like this. He's going to kill the first probe, and he's going to put the cannon in between those two pylons because it's going to minimize the surface area that probes to attack. So he cancels the third pylon here. Actually just going to start two cannons here, using the assimilator against his opponent.
Oh my god.
How is he going to respond here? Looks like he might just save minerals to get a stalker out.
Well, he's got one Zealot about to pop out right now, and one cannon started right next to that Nexus with three behind it.
He's going to have to cancel that one, but yeah, with these two cannons here, they're both in range of the Nexus, and he's just going to keep making that third one. Really using the assimilator against his opponent here. And he's got like one shot with this, right? With one probe, he cannot make any mistakes.
Really can't. He's going to want to build another cannon. There it goes.
Now the Stalker is out, and the Stalker's going to target down the probe here. Those two cannons, I don't think he's actually going to get those up.
No, it doesn't look like that. The Stalker and the Mothership Core is enough.
He's targeting down the Nexus. He wants to kill that ASAP. Already a new Nexus has been started, though. This is the way to deal with a cannon rush. Save up minerals for a Nexus, then use your ranged units to try to abuse your opponent's building placement. Back at home, he is transitioning. He's got a gateway on the way. He's taking double gases, but this one zealot that comes across the map could be a problem for him. So as long as you see players who cannon rush, make just one cannon at home for this.
Yeah, might definitely want to go for that if that zealot starts to get in the base. This Nexus is about 1/3 done. So it is getting close to completed, but this one in the main is getting close to being taken down.
Oh, the mothership core is taking some hits now. I'd really like to know if it died or not, because to be quite frank with you guys, I do not know. I think he lost it. No, okay, it's still alive. Nexus goes down. No way he could have prevented that. There's that cannon. He's going to actually have to fight with probes here for a minute, though. And good micro here from Billowy. Does lose one probe. He'll lose a second one. Yep. Actually, should probably cancel that cannon, I feel now. Doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't need that. He needs to get those minerals back, rather. And these probes back at Stats base are not mining for a long time. And the Stalkers of Stats are actually microing against this one cannon. They might get it. This one Stalker might go down, though. Yep, it is. Well, the cannon, rather.
Oh, this is a mistake. Ouch. Now I think killing the cannon is going to be impossible, but killing the pylon first is definitely something you can go for. So worker count is actually in favor of Billowy, and he also delayed his opponent's mining for quite some time. That was extremely sloppy. I think Stats is actually showing some nerves here, to be honest. Back at home, the warp gate research is being chrono boosted quite heavily. I don't know what the state of the tech of Stats is. I don't think he even has it started, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's done. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just like, there's so many things for me to focus on right now. You can't get that pylon. What's the point?
There's not even one space on that map right there where you can attack that pylon.
Well, I think there is, but that wasn't it. And I think he needs to focus on other things.
He tried a lot, and he just couldn't get it.
I mean, I'm really worried for Stats right now. I mean, he was able to recover and defend a cannon rush. Usually it means you're insanely ahead, but as we've seen in the case of even Creator versus Younghwa in the first round, sometimes this can cost you. And with the pylon up here, guess what? You can warp in from 4 gateways from a pylon that's protected from cannons.
Yep, that's going to be 4 gateways on the way right now. We have 2 and a Twilight Council here for Stats.
Stats just has way more bank because he's mined way more. Nexus cannon goes down, and he forces this so early. Oh no, Stats, that may have been a mistake. Maybe he gets the cannon, but here we go. Warp gate research is finishing right now. Can he kill the pylon first? He's going to go for it. Needs to be very careful here. Warp gates are in warp mode right now. They're going into it.
Yeah, and he doesn't know about this. Is he going to warp in right here?
He warps on the low
ground. Okay.
It's a safer choice. And now the pylon is actually exposed, but he's just going to go for the attack. He's got the mothership core over here now as well. If that pylon goes down, he's actually going to have much less reinforcements to work with. And to be honest, those Stalkers are not at home, or they're not actually at this natural to defend while this is happening. But with a Nexus cannon, he can't really force his way through. And now this becomes a problem for Billowy because he doesn't have the blink tech. That's going to become really valuable here in just a second.
Yeah, and look at this. He's supply blocked for a long time. He's making 2 at the same time. He's finally getting this one closer to the base. But, Stats is pretty much, stabilized here. He has a pretty big Stalker army right now. He has 1 less gate, but he has another core as well.
He's got a lot of bank, too. That is to say, Billowy, excuse me. Time warp here is huge! He gets every single Stalker here. Stalkers do escape. There's the second overcharge. Targets on the mothership core. He will get that. But still, more time granted here by the mothership core before it died. More Stalkers warping in here next to, as soon as he has the warp-in round. Billowy's going to drop in 4 more Stalkers here. And there they come.
There it is. Blink is getting really close to finish. That is so important for Stats right now.
If he gets it, he's probably going to win this game, but he's still down on Stalkers, and now he's just going to fight underneath the mothership core, targeting down Stalker by Stalker here. Blink being chrono boost. It's not ready yet. Does Billowy have enough? This is so close in the mothership core here. It's even pulling probes right now, and those Stalkers go into the main base.
They're going to the main. They want to pick off pylons now. They want to get whatever they can in the main base. There still are buildings, pylons, gateways, even the cybernetics core. That's going to be no more Stalkers as well if he gets that.
Yeah, but the Stalkers are trapped in here now. There's no escape. He has a better count right now, though. Blink micro here decent so far, and Billowy trying to target down these Stalkers. Time warp goes down as well, but I don't think he has enough. He's got more units coming up the ramp now. There's no overcharge. Does he just have too much here? 7-4. The probes coming up the line yet again.
The Blink micro is trying to be good, but it's just not. I mean, the probes are trying to fight 2 zealots. Are actually doing a decent job on those Stalkers, along with those probes. But more Stalkers are coming in. I don't know.
He's lost too much momentum here, I feel. He's warping in additional Stalkers right now, but you know, Blink can do so much for you, but when the stalker count, the stalker disparity is this high, it's really tough to make it work. He's also way down on probes right now. Brendan, he's down at 17 here, and more zealots being kited away. Stalkers can't blink to chase, and look at that, even hold position microing there against the zealots. So many of his stalkers very low. He's actually microing against those zealots a little bit better. He's fighting on for dear life, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Billowy has done it. Chasing those stalkers on cooldown. There's nowhere left to run, and it looks like this is going to be it. Billowy is saying, you know who I am. I'm the guy who's going to cannon rush you and win, even if you see it coming. GG, we will go to an ace match.
Billowy does it. He does the cheese. He does the cannon rush. He brings it to the ace match, and we were not expecting this, but MVP has another chance to defeat one of the strongest teams we have in all of Pro League, the second telecom company. Wow.
MVP is just making miracles happen, man. No doubt in my mind they are going to send DRG out here.
It's got to be DRG.
Look at DRG smiling while the coach is writing down the ace player decision. I feel like DRG certainly will be the player. And the question now is it Zest or is it Flash?
I think it's got to be Zest.
I think so too. Flash lost today, and